Hello again, YouTuber. This is Delroy Young, and I know there's a lot of noise in the background of this video, but please don't pay attention to the noise. There's also this very low voltage on my tablet, but I don't have the time to wait until discharge to use it, so I plug it in, and hopefully I can make this video with it. I want to talk with you about the soul, the definition of the soul. What is the soul of a man? But before we go start like from the beginning to explain long things and long stories to you so that you get bored in listening and stop the video before it ends. We're gonna start in the middle. The soul of a man is what needs to be made happy. When the soul of a man is unhappy, that soul is powerless. Well, again, let me repeat that. When the soul of a man is unhappy or is sad or have and experience any type of negative emotion, that soul is powerless. The soul needs to know that whatever it approaches to do, that it can do it. The soul needs to know that whatsoever it wants, it can achieve it. The soul needs to know that however high it wants to go, it can reach it. The soul needs to know that the things that it desires, it can achieve these things. If the soul have any doubts about these things, all these positive acquirement, all these positive things that it can acquire, if there's any doubts about that, then the soul is sad. Now when the soul is sad, the soul is powerless. When the soul is powerless, the soul cannot achieve. Because the only thing that can make a person achieve anything, any positive result in life is the soul. The soul is what achieves these positive results. The soul is what brings dreams to life. The soul is what brings that thing that starts in your mind as an idea. Put that idea together and bring it to life so that people can enjoy this positive thing that you do. So the soul at all times needs to be happy. If the soul is not happy, if the soul is not content, then the soul is weak and powerless. The soul cannot bear fruit. It cannot bring forth these things that it needs to bring. It is powerless. And then when the soul is powerless, it cannot achieve. So if the soul is weak, it cannot achieve the things that it set out to do. It's impossible. And this is why the Bible talks about a man's faith. Without faith, it is impossible to achieve anything. It is impossible to please God. It is impossible. It is impossible to even save the very soul itself. To even reach for and accept the salvation that God has handed to man. Without the happiness of the soul, without the well-being of the soul, without the joy of the soul, it is impossible to reach that. So guess what? The enemy knows that. The enemy of the soul knows that the soul needs to be happy at all times, and that the soul needs to be positive in order to achieve things. So the enemy attacks in order to get a man to be a failure at anything that they try to achieve, which would also make a person unhappy, because this failure brings more failure. Because when you can't achieve one thing and you fail in achieving one thing, you fail to believe that you have even the ability to achieve the other things that you want to achieve. So your success is very crucial. And in order to achieve the success, the soul needs to be happy, the soul needs to be content. Excuse me. And this is why the enemy, the spiritual enemy, I don't know exactly what faces to put on this enemy, whether it's the devil or the fallen angels, but there's a negative energy that is against one's soul at all times. There's a negative energy that is against the happiness of one's success or the thing that you would do. So when each time you have salvation in life, and I would call salvation any happy thing that you could achieve, any happy desires that you can achieve, whether that is making money, whether that is raising your family, whether that is achieving a higher education, or anything that you try to achieve at all times. The enemy, that salvation is there because it is given to every man to achieve these things. And the only thing that can prevent a person from achieving any positive thing that you want in life is if your faith is not there. And the only way your faith is not there is if your happiness is not there. If you're not happy, you cannot exercise faith. If you cannot exercise faith, you cannot achieve things. Now, there are people in life who are turned off by any little thing, because this is the way to success, is through failure. And a lot of people, when they start failing, they believe that this is the condition and that this is going to be permanent and that they are not going to overcome this failure, and this is how life is. And they put themselves in that depressed mode, and you fail to try. You don't try anymore because you now come to believe the negative. Because that's because the devil is a liar, the darkness is a liar. And every time you believe a negative thing, it's a positive thing that is the truth. Because it cannot be truth if it's not positive. If it's negative, it cannot be truth. And a lot of people believe the negative things, and because they believe the negative things about themselves, because they fail when they try, then they have these negative concepts about other people who are trying. So if you're connected to these people with these negative spirits that tells you, or that tell themselves that they can't accomplish this, or they have to go through all these cliches to accomplish the desire of the heart, if they cannot accomplish these things, then by you listening to them and attaching yourself to these people, that can be a sign of your downfall. So a person needs faith in order to achieve. You need faith. You need to believe in order to be happy. Because if you doubt that the good things can happen, or that the positive things are going to happen, or that are in store, then you cannot be happy. And you're sad because you feel that you cannot achieve this thing in life. And that thing that you feel that you cannot achieve, you can achieve, because at the very point where your failure is, your success is also at that point of failure. And you need to change. It's a system of mind, because you're not going to move from where your failure is and go somewhere else and succeed. You have to succeed right where you fail. So you have to change the position of your failure. Turn that negative thing into a positive thing. And you have the faith. God gives every person the ability to do that. So even when you think that you're not able to do these things, you're not able to turn things around in the positive way, that you can turn things around. So this negative thing that is going on within your life, this thing, this mountain that it seems that you cannot climb because it's so tall, you have the power to climb this mountain. You have the power to do this positive thing. This sadness that you feel the sadness because you don't believe. Because if you believe that the negative thing that you experience in life is actually your blessing, then you would not be sad, but you would be happy in everything that you do. So be very careful, because the powers of the enemy is very strong. If you make it strong, if you start buying into these negative thoughts, these source of unhappiness, because this makes the soul weak. And if it makes the soul weak, you cannot achieve, because the soul needs to be happy in order to achieve anything, because it's only the soul of a man can achieve. Because if the soul is unhappy, then the soul is weak. It cannot achieve things. Look at the negative person that have everything going on in their life. They have a nice car, they have houses, they have good job, they have everything, and that negativity had come into their life, had come into their spirit, and have taken over their spirit, and have caused even that person to commit suicide. And you wonder, why would somebody who have so much in life kill themselves? Then again, look at the positive thinker who is out there, who have nothing. He's homeless on the street, he have nothing, he have no money, and he have everything, but yet he's happy. And from that place where he failed, he can start to succeed, start to change his situation, because he looked at his negative things and say, you know what, I am blessed. I am blessed not because of the things I don't have, but because of the very failure that I have, because these same failure that I have are my success. Your curse is your blessing. That which you hate is that which you need to start loving, because your very blessing, that is the very source of your blessing. The only thing that is separating you from your blessing is your thinking, your negative thinking, your negative thoughts. That is what disconnects you from your blessing. That is what disconnects you from your God. But understand that the soul is a very happy place. You need the soul to be happy both in this life and in the afterlife, because the soul goes into the afterlife and it is sad, then the soul is lost. If the soul is in this life and the soul is unhappy, then the soul is also lost, because that unhappiness is going to set you in a mindset that when you die, your soul cannot be saved. So the soul have to be happy, and in order for the soul to be happy, you have to think positive about everything. There is no negativity in your life. Nothing that is negative, because even that thing that is negative, can be positive. And I learned that in my life, because had I not been to jail that last time when I went there, I would not have got my driver's license back, because it was in that negative situation that I met somebody while I was locked up who told me what to do to get my license, because I owe over $4,000 and I did not have that money, so my license stayed suspended. And I came out and I got my license back. So I look at that situation and I was sad when the sheriff pulled me over, because I knew I didn't have no license. I knew I was going to jail. I ended up there, but then that negative situation turned out into positive situation. There is no negative situation for them that believe. It's only a positive situation. Visit us at the b5community.org. That's b5community.org. We have a lot to teach, and also look for a link in this video that I'm gonna put there. I might not put